Hey, hey, hey. What's up? Well, I'm just gonna start talking, y'all. What's going on? I'm doing well. How are you? Them kids is sleep, honey. So glad they in the bed. They've been running me ragged all day. It's been raining, raining, raining. Hey there. How you doing? What's going on? I haven't been live in like 5 years. I think I had just had Valerian. I ain't gone live. Hey y'all. What's going Tiffany? What it do, girl? Trey, what's going on? Gigi, what it do? Yes, honey. I put them children to bed, honey. I had to iron all the clothes. I was struggling because I got 3 days off. 3 days off. I did my last night. One thing good about my schedule is that my schedule starts hey in the middle of the week and ends on the weekend, and so it goes really fast. And so I'm probably like the only person. I ain't on top yet, but I will be. I'm working on it. I'm working hard, honey. I am working so hard, honey. Amazon ain't no joke. No joke. But it's not bad. It's really not bad. Yes. Dre, you're absolutely right. Working is a great distraction because let me tell you, I look forward to going to work even though it's hard work, and I have a little bit of anxiety because of some of the managers there or whatever. I just don't even want to be bothered with them. But I just enjoy going to work because I don't have to talk to anybody. I am like an introverted extrovert, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm the life of the party. I'm very friendly. Like, I'm not shy at all. But because of the stuff that I'm going through, baby, Tiffany, like, I be ordering too. I ain't gonna even lie. But the way that I am, like right now, I just don't really feel like being bothered with nobody. I don't feel like being bothered with nobody. But yes, honey, they was killing it last night. Like, oh my goodness. Like, let me tell you, and we finished early too because I work with like a group of really great people, and you could kind of tell, a lot. It's like a nice little mixture of, well, it's predominantly like older people, like my age and older, you know, and so they're all about getting the work done and not playing around. And so the younger kids, they kind of like slack off a little bit, but when it's time to get it, everybody be trying to go home. Because for the most part, since I work a 4-hour shift and I'm part-time, a lot of people are working at Amazon as second jobs because they pay so well. Like, you could literally make a full-time salary working part-time. That's why I tell y'all, if y'all trying to go work for an Amazon warehouse, first find out all the job descriptions. Google all of the job descriptions so you don't get stuck doing something crazy or something that's too hard. I didn't know what to expect. I just picked scanner because I just assumed that it was just something easy, and it turned out to be it's a very easy job. It's a very easy job. And so yeah. But yeah, honey, I be working. I need to find me something to do at home during the day as like a plan B. But I got a bunch of different things that I have to like look into. I just haven't had the chance because things in my life have been coming up. I gotta tell y'all this. Like, it when I tell you my life is just so crazy right now, every day is something different, especially when you have children. That's why I have such the attitude that I have towards my ex-husband, because I am literally working my behind off. So let me tell you the situation. So it wasn't Friday, it was Thursday. Thursday, I dropped the kids off to school, everything was fine, and I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep because that's what I do. I sleep for like a couple hours and then I do what I have to do. Well, while I was in the middle of sleeping, I got a phone call from Valerian's teacher, from Valerian's school, not her teacher. And I was so disoriented because this lady had called like twice and I didn't know what was going on. And so she told me that Valerian had gotten hurt. There was some kind of an accident. She had gotten hurt. Babe, I was about to say bitch, but I could say it because y'all gonna be like, what? Bitch, do you know Valerian teacher dislocated her friggin' elbow by snatching her up? And we as black folks, we know that you do not snatch. My Valerian is 3.5. You don't snatch little children up by their elbow. And so she tried to minimize it. She told me what was going on, but she tried to minimize it and be like, oh, it was like an accident or whatever. And yes, honey, snatched her up and dislocated her entire elbow. And so, baby, you didn't see a person run and get dressed up so quick because I was literally sleeping. So I had to run, get my clothes on, and okay, let me just tell you, and people can feel however they want to feel about it. Since because of my homeless status and I'm living with my parents and my situation, she gets a free early head start. And so the climate or the a lot of the mothers are kind of like, hood. They drop their kids off with in they booty shorts and panties and no bra, and they bonnets and all of that. And so, because of the situation, and I didn't get all of the full detail because the lady was trying to tell me the story, but you could tell the way that she was telling the story, she was trying to cover up. And so, in my mind, I don't know about y'all, but whenever I'm faced in a situation like that, I think of the consequences first. I think of how I want to react, which is beat somebody's ass. And then I'd be like, nah, because I don't want to lose my kids. I don't want this to happen. I don't want the courts to find out because I'm in the middle of a divorce. My actions are held under tight scrutiny. So I have to be very careful what I do. So I put on my clothes. I called my parents because I wanted to see who was going to get there first. And so I raced down to the school, and as I sat outside the school, one of the caseworker that helped me enroll her called me on her personal cell phone and was just like, "Listen, Miss Roper, I'm not supposed to be calling you, but I need you. This is a very serious situation. They're gonna try everything to cover it up and try to pull some fast ones because if y'all don't really realize, Miami is predominantly Hispanic, and that's who is predominantly working at that facility. So Spanish people take care of their own. It's no offense to nobody. I'm not saying that to be mean, but it is what it is. And so they gonna stand up for whoever they gonna stand up for. And so she was like, make sure you escalate this situation. So as when I hung up from her, I sat outside the school and I called 911. And I told the 911 operator, listen, I just got a phone call from my child's school. I was told that her teacher dislocated her elbow. I need the police here immediately. I need a squad car here and I need rescue because and I'm tying all this into my divorce because let me tell you, even though Vern doesn't see these kids right now, at some point he's going to see them. And if this child goes and tells him her teacher snatched her up and she had to go to the hospital and all this other stuff like that, then anybody could be like, oh, well, did she report it or whatever the case may be? I'm going to be blamed for not taking the necessary steps. And you know me, I'm an intellect, I'm college educated, so I am document driven because that's what divorce is all about. So I sat there and I waited for the police and I got out the car. And so they kept trying to double talk me. And I was just like, listen. And the first thing they started doing, which was very disrespectful with people who speak a second language, is speaking your first language in mixed company. It's rude. It's rude, especially when it's a situation like this. And I had to first tell them, listen, first of all, when you're where this is a crisis situation. First of all, where is my child? They hand me this incident report where the teacher said that they were on the carpet for circle time. She asked them, all the children, to get up to go to a secondary location. Valerian refused to get up. And so she snatched her up twice. And then she said she helped her. Like, come on, we can read between the lines, we ain't freaking stupid. And so she said she helped, she picked her, she grabbed her by her arm, and all of a sudden she started hysterically crying and she won't move her arm. And so I'm just like, no, bitch, you snatched her up because she wasn't moving fast enough. She's 3, she don't listen. I know that. I have to say things 100 times, and you got tired of waiting on her, and you snatched her up, but you snatched her up violently. And so I called the police, I called rescue. Rescue came, they evaluated her. They noticed that she was not moving her arm at all, her left arm at all. And they advised me to take her to the emergency room to get an x ray. And so I was just like, I will do that, but I'm waiting on the police. The police arrived promptly. Thank you, Opalaka Police. He was a very, very nice guy. He was very like stern, and he was a black man. Thank you, Jesus. And he went in there, and there's cameras in her classroom. And so I made it very clear that, because I told that, because they called the boss or the head of the facility or whatever. She came down, and she's a Cuban, which don't matter. It's nothing against nobody Hispanic, so calm down. And so they was all speaking in Spanish. I said, first of all, please do not speak in any other language but English, because number one, it's rude. Number two, it's unprofessional. Number three, I feel like y'all in collusion to try to cover something. Oh no, we're not trying to cover anything up. I want to see the motherfucking tape. Because if you're telling me that this situation was as innocent and as accidental as you trying to make it seem, let me see the damn tape. Run that beautiful bean footage, because I'm about to go in there and pop this damn lady. You know what I'm saying? I said, let me see. Oh, well, there's a certain type of, this is the lady telling me, oh, there's a certain type of procedure in order to see the tape, la, 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 la. Okay, fine. We're going to let the police handle it. So the police came in, they went in the office of the police, and they gave him a copy of the report. He got the teacher's name, and he immediately called DCF. And if you don't know what DCF in Florida is, the Department of Children and Families. That's the abuse. I know it's something different in every state, but DCF, he called child abuse, because guess what, baby? You're a state-run facility for children. And what is at jeopardy, people? Your license is at stake, your licensing. And so whenever there's an incident involving a child that's getting hurt at the school at the hands of a teacher, the police has to escalate it to Child Protective Services. And he made a call, and he escalated Child Protective Services. So we talked to the police, we talked to everybody, and I really had to let them know that this is ridiculous. This is like, I don't understand. If y'all train y'all teachers, everybody should know. And we as black folks, we know you don't snatch up children by their arm, because that their arm could, it's called nursemaid elbow. Nursemaid elbow. And you could hurt them by snatching them up. You know what I'm saying? You pick them up by the torso. Oh, Miss N, she was reported to CPS, and I plan to press charges, because you supposed to know damn better, you know? And so I, once we finished with all of that, he gave me a case number. The police officer looked at Valerian's arm himself. He looked at her arm himself, and I said, I'm on my way to the emergency room. So I went all the way to the hospital. And of course, you know, when you first check in, the people are like, oh, well, what are you here for? I said, her teacher dislocated her elbow. And so in unison, everybody in the hospital was like, what? What? I said, don't worry. I have the police report. I have the case number. I have the incident report. I have everything. I had all my documentation in my hand, because, baby, you would not blame me for this, you know? And so, and I specifically, and that's why I tell y'all, when y'all have kids and things happen, before y'all rah, 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 make sure you do everything protocol by the book. I made sure before I ran in there, I didn't even get her. I didn't even retrieve her immediately, because I wanted it on tape and on surveillance that the paramedics came inside the building to evaluate her. The police officer came inside the building to evaluate her, so that it could be substantiated that this incident happened where, class? on school premises. So you can't blame me for anything because you told me that it happened over the phone. If I would have just like, took her away real quick, they could have been like, oh no, she came to school like that. You would never. I'm always ready. I never have to be ready because I stay ready. My brain is sharp and I don't play that because I'm going through a divorce and I will not behave in a way that will cause me to lose custody of my children. Baby, let me tell you something. I wanted to go in there and snatch that teacher up, like everything, and it took every. That's why I followed the Lord Jesus because it took everything in me to not run to that class and snatch that lady up. Because when it comes to my kids, I beat ass first and ask questions later. So I made sure everything took place inside of the facility so that it could be documented through video. And I don't know if they have audio. So the doctor saw Valerian and I showed her. She asked me what happened. I told her I'm not getting a clear story. I showed her the incident report that the teacher wrote out and she was able to pop Valerian's arm back into the socket with no type of pain medicine, which was, but it was really, really quick. And so, yes, honey. And it's while I was walking when we got discharged and we're walking back to the van, Child Protective Services called me and I told her the situation and she was just like, this is my cell phone. Um, please upload or take a picture of all of the documents that you had. And I took a picture and that lady was like, she said, I'm on my way to your house. This is how quick things happen. When things happen in school, don't go off. Call the authorities so that they can get this stuff documented the way they're supposed to be documented because some heads are gonna roll. So I wanted to real quick go to and get something to eat because my dad had to pick Viola up from school because you know how the emergency room is, you could be there for hours, but we were in and out in like an hour and a half too. And so we got home. When I got home, Child Protective Services was at the damn house waiting on me waiting on me. Girl, yes, Tiffany. Like, if it ain't one thing, it's like, God, what else can happen to me? Like, gee whiz, I need a vacation. Like, I really do need a vacation. And so when I got home, Child Protective Services was waiting on me, and she was a nice lady. I invited her inside, and she sat to the table, and I gave her all of the. Even though I took pictures of all of the documents or whatever that I had, the discharge paper that specifically said her elbow was dislocated, the incident report, the police officer case number, and they gave me a detective. They assigned me to a detective, and so I gave her all of that information and I said yes, and I'm still waiting on the surveillance cameras. The surveillance cameras that's supposed to be in that damn classroom. And she said, what? There's a surveillance camera? She said, okay, I have, because she was trying to talk to Valerian, but Valerian is 3.5. And I've been teaching her about stranger danger. And I've been really like on them about do not talk to grown-ups. Like when they go to the park, a lot of times be grown-ups all over the place. And I'd be like, don't talk to no grown-ups. And so if she don't know you, she will not talk to you. She won't. And because she tried to get Valerian to say like what happened. Valerian already told me, oh mommy, yes, she always grabbed me like that. I was just like, really? Okay. You really grab her like that all the time, right? But be smiling in my face talking about she had a good day and she's doing so well, but you be snatching up my damn child on the friggin' sly. And so when I told the CPS lady, the Child Protective Services lady, that there was video footage of the incident, she left the house, my house, and went to my parents' house and went to the school to retrieve the footage. And so this was Friday. So I have to wait till next week, and then Thanksgiving and all that. So I have to wait for them to tell me the outcome of what I'm pressing charges. Absolutely, you're gonna lose your job, like absolutely. And so yeah, so I gotta wait because all this happened on Thursday, excuse me, not Friday, Thursday. And so I ended up having to call out of work because I was mentally exhausted because my sleep was interrupted and then I was running and ripping, and I was so freaking tired. And then the teacher, the damn director of the school was just like, "Oh, we're going to pay for all the medical bills and all that stuff." I was just like, You need to do more than that. You need to dismiss this lady, you know? And so they were just like really on the ball, like trying to like explain and say sorry and, oh, are you gonna yeah, lock her behind up. And so I was just like, it's crazy. And Valerian was okay. She got some Motrin, she got some pain medicine, and so I fed them dinner and I made them go to bed early because I was completely exhausted. And I called out of work that night, you know, and so it's just right for real. And so yeah, we're gonna see it through, and I will keep you guys updated on what's going on with that. But yes, girl, like it's always something going on. Like I cannot catch a break. Like I can't heal from nothing because it's just always something going on. Like I'm trying to get fined so I can get me a boyfriend next year when divorce is final. Like I don't have time for this, but I can't even get fine because my feet hurt so bad. God, like I want to work out so bad. I want to do so many different things, and it's just like, like I be so tired, and because I don't stop. Like I work, and then I gotta do homework. Like today, this is my first day off. I spend an hour and a half ironing clothes because I still iron. Yes, I still iron. I wash and I iron. So you can just pull it off the hanger and take off. That's why I was able to, you know. And then so Friday, she went to school, and I mean they had the whole cavalry there. I mean they had the director of this, the case manager that, and they were just like really, really like, I know I'm trying to, but I need the money. I need the money. I really need the money. And I don't have anybody helping me. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, let's just be clear. Like, I live with my parents, but because of the dynamics that, we've had, and we've already had an incident where my mom was mean to Viola because she didn't want to eat her food, because she's not used to her food or whatever. And that, turned into a little tiff because my mom was the kind of person that she doesn't like to be corrected. She doesn't like you to tell her that she did something wrong. And so it turns into a thing. And you already know when you're living in somebody's house, like I'm living in somebody's house. This ain't my place. She could get pissed off tomorrow and be like, get the hell out, which she's done before to other people. Like she put my cousin out with a 2-week old. I was like, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because of, you know what I'm saying? So I got to be cool. You know what I mean? And so I have to fashion my life where I'm practically doing everything. The only thing they do is supervise them sleeping. Like I literally put them to bed an hour early than they usually go, just so that when I go to work, they are sleeping. You understand? So nobody's complaining about nobody. Nobody is getting in trouble. Like I'm literally like I'm stressed the hell out because it just take one argument and one incident for a bitch to be like, get the hell out. And then where I'm going to a hotel. Like I've already was like, Shantika, you need to make a damn list of hotels, extended stay hotels that you can stay at just in case an incident occurs and you get kicked out. I don't know. I mean, I have so much anxiety about getting kicked out. Like it just it's just crazy to me because I've been put out so much, like, because of the same thing, And so when it comes to my kids, I'm scared for them because all free help ain't good help. And I'm not saying that my parents are bad people. It's just that they are from a different time. My mother's almost 70. So she's from the beat your ass down to the ground generation. And you're not fucking finna beat my kids. Like, I don't give a damn. You're not gonna do it. I don't believe, because a lot of people from my generation just let their parents do whatever they want with their kids, and I'm just not that person. Like you're not going to be beating on my damn kids and talking crazy to them because they've been through yeah, they've been through enough. And I just, okay, Yeah, they've been through enough, and so I'm working. I wash clothes like every other day, and I iron everything because I want to be able to wake up in the morning. Like I'm never that kind of that person that just has to iron something before I go anywhere. Like no, I'm not ironing nothing. Like when I wash, I iron everything, hang it up. So when it's time to go somewhere, you pull it off the hanger, take your shower, put your stuff on. Yeah, so I know you get it, Dre. It's not easy. It ain't easy, and I'm in a bad situation. Like he will not, and we're not on. Okay, I'm not even going to sit up here and like try to act like we don't speak at all. I refuse to talk to him because what are you? What do you want? You know, what do you want? You know, I don't. I just don't. I just don't have no time for a bunch of damn excuses. You know, I just don't have time for a bunch of excuses. You know, you don't want to give me any money. You don't want to be, I don't deny him access to the children. He is very spoiled. He's like an overgrown baby. He wants me to inconvenience myself and drive all the way to another city so that he can see the children. He makes no effort. I'm doing all this sacrificing, and he gets to just sit on his ass, date, have a great time, and don't give me shit. Like, what the hell? You know, because I was just like, and I'm trying to help him out because, like I told y'all before, everything you do can be substantiated. Okay, people, all these dudes out here want to cry about child support, and it's just like, why are you crying about child support when all you have to do is just give money like you're supposed to? Go to Western Union, do a Cash App, do a Zelle, any type of platform that will give you the receipts that you could substantiate and say, yes, look, judge, I've been giving her money. And just for your records, just to keep yourself accountable and to keep, me accountable, you know? And so, man, and he still won't do it. I was just like, you could take the tri rail, you could take the Uber, you could do all these things. And when I tell you, he has not made any attempt to see these children since September 3rd. It's ridiculous. I just had a little play date with his daddy, my father in law. He could have rolled with them. They live in the same city. Did he want to go? No, because he keep ducking and dodging and hiding from his dad because he just don't want to be held accountable. And so it's just like, we go to court December 17th. They're making us do uh, mediation. And so we go to court December 17th. And so we'll see what happens with that. And, I'll give y'all the blow, blah, blow. Amazon is working out. Like it is. Like I be tired and I be working. Like this ain't no play. And I don't eat because it's a 4-hour shift. I just drink because I am just that thirsty. So we drink a lot. And then they started putting water, like the water dispensers in each like section, and they let you know, hey, you can stop and you can drink you some water or whatever, and you can go to the bathroom as many times as you want. They don't trip off of that because they can't, because you working, you on your feet, you can't tell nobody when and where to go to the bathroom. So that's the good part about it. But yeah, so that's the drama that's been going on. Really? You did? See, stuff like this I don't know. I'm learning, Tiffany. I'm learning things like, and I got to be kind of careful of what I share because, a lot of my ex, in-laws, they don't found my channel, honey. And so I gotta, you can't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. So yeah, I filed some stuff, to get the ball rolling. So I'm hoping, with this situation, dang, for real? I just may have to do that. Yeah, because that's a whole month away, baby. So I may just go on ahead and do that tomorrow. I may go on ahead and do that tomorrow because what are we prolonging it for? Like there's no chance of reconciliation. Like we're mediating nothing. The only thing that I'm mediating is you need to pay child support. Right. Okay, yeah. And so it's via it's okay, I'm not gonna say that part. But yeah, so that's what I plan to do. I'm gonna go in ahead and just try that and see, if that will get any traction and send it certified. I'm gonna do that tomorrow because I only got, because this is Thanksgiving week, the kids only go to school twice this week. So whatever stuff I have to do, I have to make sure that I do it, within these 2 days. And so I have to go to my job because I got some issues with them and my excuse me, my paycheck that I got to get sorted out. So I got to do that. But yeah, man, definitely, I'm definitely gonna go look into that because why not? I don't want to reconcile with him because I feel like I'm real big on loyalty, and I'm not saying I want anybody to be loyal to me, in wrong or whatever, but I feel like when you married to a person, there's a certain level of respect that I just expect and I require, and we've had so many conversations about because we felt the I don't know, like so much. But this situation has really like put me kind of cynical. Like I really feel like every single man on this planet cheats, or they find a way to do something that they shouldn't be doing. Because when I look back on my pregnancies, I was so sick. Y'all remember, like everything on my channel is everything in my life is documented for the most part. I was so sick. And with Valerian's pregnancy, I was I was so sick. Like we didn't have sex for an entire year, like over a year, because you pregnant and then after the postpartum, and I don't have sex like right, like I don't do no 6 weeks. I do like 3 months because with Viola's pregnancy, I had an episiotomy. I couldn't even freaking walk. Because I had stitches on the inside and out. Like it was ridiculous. Because yeah, and you know how men are. Like he literally pressured me to like have sex like 2 weeks after I gave birth, and it was the worst, girl, it was the worst pain of my life. And so I'm just like, this man had to be doing something, because a lot of men, they don't see your sacrifice and be like, okay, I'm gonna hold her down, I'm just gonna masturbate and just keep it just keep it cool and not cheat. And a lot of men just can't take not having sex on, because we've been TTCing for years and years and years and years and years. And so when you're having sex that much, and to go from having a whole bunch of sex to complete zippity doo dah, you know, nothing is girl. I had to. I was in excruciating pain. Child, not child. It was more than 3 months. It was it was a year. And so, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I feel, what about me? Like, it's like when you think about it, it's like, damn, like, what about me? I'm sacrificing my body, I'm sacrificing my health. And you mean to tell me that you just cannot withhold, you can't, you know, wait for me to get myself together and heal and stuff. And I can't even really heal because both of my kids were born premature. Viola was in the NICU 9 days. This was my first baby. I was going back and forth to the hospital twice a day. And then when she got out the hospital, I couldn't even sit home because she had like 4 specialists that she had to go see every single week. So what about me? Like, and then getting up every freaking 2 hours. And Valerian was horrible. Valerian was getting up every hour on the hour because she was born at 4 pounds, 15 ounces. So she was trying to catch up. So she was hungry, you know. I went through it. I went through it. And so the dialogue that we had was just like, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. We had this conversation yesterday with my mom's friend, because she was just like, I really like Vern. He's such a nice guy. And I said, I'm not taking that away from him. He's a very nice guy. He's a very, very nice guy. He's not a bad person, but he is just like every other man. He's weak. He's weak because if I can hold it down and do what the hell I have to do, why can't you? It ain't like you going through all the hell I'm going through. All you doing is going to work, and it just got to the point where I was like a married single mother. Like he wasn't doing anything. I had to be like, at some point you got to change one diaper. Like, can you help change that? I mean, I got a newborn and a 3-year old. Can you help Viola with the potty training? Because I don't know what it is about my kids and this potty training, man. Valerian fighting me on potty training. She's completely regressed and she is refusing to poop on the potty. And Viola was the same damn way. Viola fully potty trained at 3.5. When Valerian was 2 weeks old, she pooped on the potty. I know. And the Lord is gonna get better. I don't desire, I know I'm all over the place, but I keep reading reading y'all messages and then responding. But yeah, so I'm just telling y'all that so that y'all can understand his part, because he's had to abstain for so long. I guess he just didn't want to wait. But my thing is like let's get a divorce. Like don't be disrespectful, and that's what I require respect. Like if you're not gonna hold me down during my pregnancy that we planned. I went to the friggin' fertility doctor. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, I was just gonna be pregnant and just be skipping around here like these fools on there lifting weights and deadlifting pregnant. Like, no, everybody pregnancy is not that way. And it's just a normal thing. All of the women in my family have really, really difficult pregnancies in regards to the hyperemesis and the spitting and all of that and being hospitalized. Like I had a horrible time. I couldn't smell nothing without vomiting. Like I used to walk around with candy, like hard candy in my mouth because of the spitting. So it was very, very difficult for me. And so when I was pregnant with Valerian, like it was especially hard because I was about to graduate from college and I was hospitalized and we had a hurricane and it was a lot going on. And so, he didn't get, any. And I'm not into oral sex. So that wasn't happening, because God, I don't want to say that part. And so, but yeah, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I'm not into nothing sexual when I'm working my ass off and you're not helping me. Why should I go out of my way and do extra shit sexually to make you happy and you're still gonna go out there and do bullshit? You know what I'm saying? And so I was just like, we ain't having sex, we ain't doing shit. We ain't doing nothing. We're not doing nothing. Because I feel like women do all of this sacrificing. You sacrifice, you sacrifice, you sacrifice. And all you ask is for one thing, just be faithful. And you just can't even do that. Like, and so, yeah, I mean, and the unproductiveness, don't want to get a better job, just don't want to progress in life, just want to be stagnant, and that's fine. You can do that over there. Like, I thought marriages, you're supposed to help you grow. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to grow as a couple and have goals. And I would always talk to him like, yeah, let's set some goals, like some short term goals that we can, try to accomplish so we can get out of this broke phase of our life. He was just like, that's for white people. We don't make, black people don't make goals. And I was just like, what planet are you on? So be that as it may, he did what he did. And, I had caught him like early in the year, like not early, but early in the summertime, and he was so bold with it. That's what took me for a loop. Like we're literally sitting on the bed, you know, sitting on the bed and he's texting another woman. I'm just like, why are you giggling so much? This person went from not having not one phone call, could leave his phone home and that thing don't ring, to all of a sudden you missed the popular, you know? I ain't even thanking him for that. He don't deserve that either because he didn't do shit to help me. Screw him. That's how I feel about it. I'm not thanking him for Jack. Thank him for getting the hell out of my life. So that's what I'm gonna thank him for. But I'm just living my life and I just feel like, I just feel like people just do things if they feel like they can get away with it, they'll do it. And so that's why I said I'm cool with having a man friend, you know, but I don't desire marriage. I don't ever want to ever live with another man ever in life. And yeah, and I have small kids. And so, yeah, ain't no man coming up in my house to do nothing because I lost so much with this friggin' marriage. I lost so much. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And so I to be honest with you, like I understand polygamy. Polygamy probably would have been great because you know what you can't do, the other chick could kind of take the heat off of you from some of the other stuff. But with polygamy, they ain't never like when you watch them polygamy shows, they be having two wives, and then the two wives don't be enough. They want another wife. They want another wife. It's like men out here in the streets, they ain't never satisfied. They always chasing something else. They always chasing something else. They stay chasing something else, and one woman is never enough. And I've always said this because I told this, when we talked about relationships. I said, in my opinion, I just don't believe in marriage anymore because I feel like it's too much pressure for one person to feel like they have to be everything. You know, he lacked so much, but he had a lot of great qualities, but I kind of like had to take the loss of having a great communicator because he was not a talker. He didn't like to talk. He didn't like to, well, he didn't like to talk to me because apparently he ran his mouth all he did was talk about me because the other woman was like, oh, he talks about you all the time. And I'm just like, that's interesting to know. Like, why? Why are you telling this side piece every freaking thing about me? Like, if I ain't that great, if I'm so boring as you put it, why are you spending all of you should be trying to get to know her. Like, why are you talking? Because I had to tell him, stop telling these hoes about me. Like, stop talking about me. If I ain't shit, then let me just not be shit. I don't sit and talk to you. My number one rule when I start dating, I have a regular statement when they ask me about my ex-husband. It just didn't work out. The details of why it didn't work out is none of your damn business because I don't know if you're going to be here today or tomorrow. I don't know how long we're going to be together. So, what am I telling you? And plus, a lot of men will use what your ex did to you as a retort, as an insult. Oh, that's why your husband left you. That's why, because you blah 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 blah. Because you done ran your mouth and told him all this stuff. And a lot of bad men will turn around when y'all get into it. That's why your husband left you because you this. That might not be the case, but you done told this person all your business, and so, you know, so no. And I told him, I said, please, out of respect for me and your children, like respect that the relationship is over. Don't talk about me. Because let me tell you something, if it was all that in a bag of chips, you would have did what you had to do to make it work. You chose not to, then just forget about me. You know, out of sight, out of mind. I miss being married. I don't miss him. I do miss some parts of him. Like, I saw something funny on TikTok and I usually be showing it to him and we'll have a good old kiki laugh. And now I was just like, I don't have nobody to share that with. And so yeah, just having that camaraderie and that somebody to talk to and share stuff with, it's just I miss that part. But everything else, nah, I'm cool. Like I'm cool with it. But yeah, but I don't know. I just don't believe in marriage anymore because I believe a lot of people do things for optics, because they have to present this image to the world. Like the Lord has delivered me from people like I really don't give a damn like what nobody has to say because I've learned to keep certain aspects of my life private. I just don't talk about it cuz I don't need your judgment. You understand what I'm saying? I don't really want to hear your opinion because I feel like I'm old enough to know the game and I know how it is. And so I have to kind of like fashion myself in a way where I don't get attached to anyone. And by me keeping my options open, that'll quell that need to be like, oh, I like him. I like him. I like him. I like him. Because I was like that. Like when I like somebody, I have blinders on. I don't see nothing or nobody. But once I get out in these dating streets, oh, I'm gonna have like at least two on standby. Oh, you want to cancel? Okay, so and so, you free? You know? Oh, you don't want to? Okay, cool. So and so, are you? Like I'm gonna be like, ain't nobody out here trying to be no hoe or nothing. Like let's be mature about this thing. But I'm gonna date and get to know people, you know, and that's it. If I click with somebody, I click with somebody. If I don't, I'll keep it pushing because a lot of women are getting their feelings hurt. A lot of women are getting their heart broken because you put all your all into this one person and they don't feel the same way you feel about them. I told y'all, I don't know if I told y'all, but I had a best friend, a person that I thought was a woman that I thought was my best friend. And come to find out, she didn't consider me a best friend. That's what I'm talking about. And so once I figured that out and once she told me, "Oh no, I never thought of us as best friends." And I did the same thing. I did the same thing. I I have not been on any type of dating app in like I met Vern off of the worst dating app on the planet, Plenty of Fish. I did. I met him off Plenty of Fish. I don't know if I did tell y'all that. And I almost didn't meet his ass because I was so over it because it was so many horrible people on there. And so, yeah, so I've learned, and that hurt me to my heart because I thought this girl was my best friend, and she didn't think she didn't consider me a best friend, and so I just cut her off. Like I was so traumatized by that shit, I just cut her off. And to this day, that girl don't know why I don't talk to her, and so that's just how I am because I'm a friend. I'm not the kind of friend that give you stuff, but I'm the kind of friend that I'm always there for you. Like I'll be there for you. I'll be, we have, I have a very honest relationships with people. Like I'm not the kind of friend that's gonna co-sign on some bullshit because I'd be like, bitch, you're wrong. I love you, but you're wrong, But I love organic relationships that are mature and stuff like that. But yes, I did join I did join like a couple dating apps. I cannot tell you about one of them because it's highly controversial. And if you use your divine imagination, you probably figure it out on your own. But yeah, I joined a couple just to look, and that's all I've been doing is looking. I don't know what it is about me. Why am I attracting all of these white guys? It's just I had to, and dingbat me didn't think to filter that stuff out. Like I just joined and all these white guys, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm your type. Like, what are you doing? And I've gotten like 100 messages, and it's just like, I don't really think I'm your type. Like, what are you doing? And you know what? Everything, anytime, and it's just crazy because I feel like I know what I like. I have an eclectic type of taste. And what I think is attractive, I like nerdy guys. I do. I don't know how I ended up with Vern, but because he was nice. He was nice to me. That's probably why. He was really, really nice to me and he was a gentleman. But I like intellectual guys. I like bookworms and nerdy guys because I like to talk, intellectually sometimes. And it's hard to talk to people that be like, huh? Why are you using all them big words? That irks my soul. Like I want to talk without, well, what you mean by that? Like, oh my God. And so, and plus, I like the friendship aspect, like getting to know somebody and having. Okay, have you? My favorite movie of all times is Love Jones. Okay, I like that how you click with somebody just by like hanging out with them, and then like the whole thing happens. You know what I'm saying? Like in a very organic way. I'm not these guys on these dating apps, they just want to hunch. And there's nothing wrong with that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Thank you for being honest. I ain't with that. Keep moving. But it's the way that they do it. It's like it's not romantic. It's just here's my dingaling. You like how I look? It's like I've seen they're all the same. Like they're no different. They just vary in size. Me looking at your penis picture does not tell me that you know how to work it right. It don't. A big dick is just good to look at. That's it. That's it. Just good for aesthetics. That's it. Child, my mother always said that she thought that I would marry a white guy, but it has to click. Like I just cannot be like, okay, you're white. I want to date you. Like, and a lot of them are really creepy because now Megan Thee Stallion done fucked it up for all of us, and so now all they see is titties and ass, and you gonna freak me to the freak to. And that's the thing that kills me about pop culture is that a lot of white men are under the impression that yeah, a lot of white men are under the impression that we're all Meg the Stallions. You understand? Like we're just the freak of the freaking week and century. And so, yeah, I plan to do that. I plan to do that. I plan to date, open and honestly. But when the first thing that come out of your mouth is, "Are you a freak? Do you like this? Do you like this?" Like, do you have anything else to offer? Because sex is just like such an easy thing to start with. It's such an easy go-to. What do you have to offer other than here's my dick picture? Do you like to do it from do you like to stand on your head and all this stupid shit? It's just like come on. And we're talking about people that's like 57, old ass men. Like how you I mean, I get it. Midlife crisis and they wives ain't doing all that shit. But baby, I'm 39 and I'm not standing on my head for nobody. And so yes, I've joined a couple of dating sites and I had to change. I had to like, where the hell is these damn filters and get this shit off here because I love black chocolate. Chocolate. Ooh. Let me give you I'm not gonna tell you about that crush because y'all gonna be like, ew, he ugly. Everybody like what they like. What's a good looking man that I think is real fine? What do I consider real fine? Okay, if y'all have ever seen, I'm gonna tell you, give y'all a little brief synopsis of my taste. I like, okay, y'all remember that Tyler Perry movie, A Family That Prays? The white man that plays the son in A Family That Prays together stays together with Catherine Bates and Sanaa Lathan, the one that she was cheating with, honey. Oh God, he is so beautiful. Every single time I watch that movie, A Family That Prays, the white guy that Sanaa Lathan was cheating around with, he was a fine. And I had to Google him to find out what he looked like, outside the movie. He is a good looking white boy. Oh my God, he's good looking. Now, what the bad girl in me wants is that white boy off of Power. Yes, God. I want me some Tommy. Tommy is fine. He is so freaking fine. I love me some Tommy. Like, damn, the black dude. I just felt like he was kind of corny looking, like a strong crackhead with the muscles and the skinny lower body. I don't get that. And I'm not into light skinned guys at all. I don't know why. I dated one and he liked me so much and I just could not. I don't know. I just couldn't get over the pink penis. It bothered me. It looked like it had an infection. God forgive me for talking about this man thing, but I just couldn't get into it. It just looked like something was wrong with it, like it needed a tan. Tommy scares me too because he's a crackhead, and I talk shit. I talk a lot of shit. I do. Like I fuss back and forth, and Tommy, I would really have to like really calm down, because Tommy, you said he choked that girl, and she was stupid too because she ran her mouth too much, and he was really like stuck on her, like crazy stuck on her. She could have rolled Tommy until the wheels, like she could have, he'd have been a ride or die for her. If she would have been cool, Tommy girlfriend, redhead, if she would have been cool, he would have eventually killed Ghost over her ass. That's how much, because the way they used to hunch like high and stuff, like he was really into her. And she fucked up and talked about his damn mama. Or I don't know what I forgot what she did. That whole show stressed me out. I was real stressed out, like I was in it. I can't I watched the whole season over quarantine, and every time I see it on Hulu, I just can't watch it again because I was so stressed out watching that damn show. Because there was always something going on, going on, going on. Tasha was getting on my nerves too, because she had every opportunity, to do certain things, and she fucked up a lot of stuff because she just didn't know. I'm just saying that she just didn't know. But yeah, I like the beards. I don't know what it is about this new trend about the guys that I like. I love big men because I'm a big woman, and I don't know what it is about very thin Jamaican men. I dated a guy before Vern, back when I was in my 20s, and he was a skinny, light-skinned Jamaican, and he loved, Caribbean men love women with meat on their bones. And he would stab me with his elbow all the time, and I was just like, I can't. Why am I giving this boy a chance? Because I just can't. I need some man, a strong man. I like big guys. I really do. I really like big guys, like not sloppy. Y'all know what I'm talking about, like big husky guys, like that linebacker husky. I like husky men, because you just want to feel. Just want somebody to just grab onto you and hold onto you, and you and you don't hurt them. But yeah, I love the guys with the beards. I don't know what it is about that full goatee beard. It's nice looking. I really, and in the brush cut. Oh gosh, whew, Lord have mercy. And so I know what I like. I know what I like. I know yeah, I know. I know. Tommy was crazy, but I'm just saying, for fantasy purposes, child, we ain't talking about dating a man for real. Like, yeah, hell nah. I talk too much shit. I talk too much shit. I talk too much shit. I used to be like that. I didn't care for beards. I don't care for the unmanicured beards, like very scratchy and stuff. And since I haven't been with anybody that had that nice, aesthetically pleasing looking beard, that them beards that they be lining up nice, they look good. So, you know, yes, exactly. Give you something you can feel. That's what I'm talking about. But I always I always give people a chance. I'm never the kind of person, because when I first met Vern, I did not think he was handsome at all, and I was just like, oh hell no. But we talked for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and he was so nice. He was the first man that did not send me a penis picture, and I appreciated that, because to me that is so tacky. Like, who is still doing that? Stop doing that, you know. And so I put that on my profile. Like, if you send me a picture of your penis, I'm just gonna block you, because I just, come on, like, we've seen it. Like, we 40. I'm about to be 40. You 44, 45. Like, I ain't impressed, because them big dicks will come in 60 seconds, and that'll piss me. And I've done, like, I used to be cutthroat when I was in my 20s. I put a man outside of my house for that bullshit. Like, showed me this big old juicy dick and lasted all of 60 seconds. I said, get the hell out my house. Oh no, just give me 5 minutes. I can get it back. Nah, get the hell out. Get the hell out. And I never talked to him again. I can't stand it. That's false advertisement. That's false. You got me all ready for some good loving, and oh, I must have been tired. No, you ain't tired. Your shit don't work. Get it together. And I ain't, I'm not into no hour, 2 hours, but no. Mm-mm. But 60 seconds, like, come on, man, damn, like you ain't got no control over it. What the hell is wrong with you? And so, yeah, I don't have time for that food. That'll piss me off. And plus, I'm kind of like a passionate person. Like, I like a lot of foreplay, and I like a lot of, like, before even you get to the bed, you have to arouse me in with your intellect, with flirtation. Like, this ain't no just stick and go. I'm not into that. Like, you really have to build up to it. And people, they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work. They lazy as hell. You know they lazy as hell. If I gotta put a bucket of lubrication on, then you're not doing your job. And so I'm looking for a person that really, that really is gonna foster like a good friendship, that you can kind of segue into something else. Them friends that, okay, let me give y'all a scenario. Like, for instance, Boomerang, when Holly Berry and Eddie Murphy, they were cool. They were friends. He thought she was cute. I don't even think he liked her like that, because she was for Gerard, and Gerard was awkward and weird. And it was so weird how, after they had Thanksgiving dinner and they was just sitting on the couch, that kind of organic, how you just sit and you just like looking at him like, okay, well then, yeah, you kind of fine. Like, that kind of way. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I watch. As y'all know, I'm a movie connoisseur. I love old school movies. Like, I'm just not into the wham bam thank you ma'am. Because it's like, for instance, I watch a lot of porn. And I feel like, and it's so hard to find something that I like, because I feel like it's forced. Like, the man is just always stick and go. It's like nothing. And it looks like she looked like she just be making noise so he can hurry the hell up and get the hell on. Like, you could tell real. I don't know. I'm just so they need to just make a porn site for love making. That's what I'm into. I don't care about that. Let me show y'all. I'm not. That does not. No, stop. Like, come on. Like, what else can you do? And a lot of young guys, and I think, and I used to always tell Vern that I felt like porn like screwed up his sex drive too, because it's like when all you see is that's it. It's just like, come on, what else is there? It's like, it's no foreplay, it's no nothing. It's just, and a lot of men need to be re-educated about the female vagina. They just do. Because if you're not, if you don't get a woman ready, it's like poking you with a freaking pole. It is. It's like poking you with a damn pole. And who wants to be poked with a damn pole? Go watch Unsung with Teddy Pendergrass. Let me tell you something. Teddy Pendergrass was like the epitome of like a sex symbol, like an old school sex symbol. And I believe a lot of babies were born in the 70s and 80s because of all that great love making type music. You know what I'm saying? And even with the shows and how I mean, he even touched the women and they was ready to go, you know? And so, and that, you said, you're right about that as well, because they really do think, like, I really think that it's disrespectful to ejaculate on somebody's face. I just think it's disrespectful. I feel like you peeing on somebody, and that's nasty. I don't know if that's what y'all like. No offense, do you, if you like that type of stuff. And I've always said, keep your bodily fluids to yourself. I think it's very, very disrespectful to ejaculate on somebody. Yeah, and so, and it's just, it's disrespectful, and I don't appreciate, and I don't, and also I take offense. I don't know. I'm me, and I'm cool with being me. If you like that type of stuff, then that calling women bitch. Did you like that bitch? Like, huh, sir? That will make me kick you the fuck out. Like, bitch, where? Like, nah, ain't no bitches around here. Get your ass out. that name calling. Like, I don't like that. Like, if you're gonna talk dirty without name calling. Like, I don't know, I'm weird. But I'm cool. I like what I like, and you could like what you like. It's your body. You could like what you like. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think, a lot of my relationships, especially like my early relationships, really like had me going because we were just like friends first, and we talked. You know, even the relationships I had no business being in, you know, into were like the best relationships because we talked a lot, and they really like, flirted with you. They don't flirt, no, nobody don't flirt no damn mo. I don't even know how the hell we got on sex, but I think it's a great topic to talk about because I mean, so many people are in marriages and they just don't have sex, and we had that the same thing because I just wasn't interested. You're not gonna go the extra mile. I'm not gonna pour a bucket of freaking lubrication on me just to make you happy, and you get your nut and I'm just still looking at you like, you know and so I'm just not into it. And so what's great about being, about to be single is that, I can kind of customize what I like, and pick and choose what I like and don't like, and if I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to deal with it. I think, so much has changed about my perception. All this, wait, saving yourself for marriage. Nah, you better try that thing out. Like, I'm not teaching my kids that. Like, I'm teaching them, to be sexually responsible. Like, I'm really gonna be pushing them on, please protect yourself. You know, get a birth control if you can tolerate it. Find something that works for you, because you do not want to be in a situation where you're in love with somebody and you can't make love to them because it's not there. And a lot of people like, oh, I'm just gonna save myself for marriage, and then your relation falls apart because you don't have that intimacy. you know and also, I personally just do not believe people need to be together long term, because the majority of people that I know that have been married for over 7 years, you kind of get tired of a person. You do. You get tired of them. The newness wears off, and you know, the newness wears off, and it you get tired of them. You want something new. And that's why I said that I would never get married again, because I figured a part of me, I value variety. See, a lot of men, uh I understand why a lot of men have sex with multiple women, or they have multiple relationships. You're never going to find everything that you like in a person in one person. It's not going to happen. And I'm not saying that I'm the kind of person that sleeps around. I don't, only because I like to deal with one person at a time sexually, because if I get pregnant, there is no question. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand, and the conversation will be had before we have sex. If this condom breaks, because I'm all about safe sex, but however, if something happens, God forbid, and I get pregnant, what will be your response? And when I was younger, I had a man tell me that if I got pregnant by accident, um, I want you to get an abortion. Like, I don't want any kids by nobody or whatever. And I told him, we can't have sex then. We can't have sex then. Like, we can't have sex then. I mean, that's great for you. That's great for you. But I'm just saying, in the community that I live in, a lot of people who have been together long term are not happy. They're not happy. I mean, they may, they just, it's too much to get a divorce. And I understand why people don't get a divorce. I really do. I really do. It is a hard time, especially if you have assets and money and a lot of things going on that you have to itemize. It's a lot, because before I'll be like, dang, I don't understand why he won't get a divorce. Why he won't get a divorce? Because it's hell on earth. And a lot of times, divorces can leave a person, hello me, financially in ruin, and just physically and mentally in complete ruin. That's how I feel. you know. And so I want people to not, and I always tell people, because I was like that. Oh, Vern is a lot of things, but he'll never cheat on me. That I would say that over and over and over and over, because I felt in my soul this man would never freaking cheat on me. And I wasn't looking for shit. The only way that you could tell me that your man, and I'm not saying to anybody in particular, I'm speaking in general, generally speaking, the only way a person can tell me that their man is not cheating on them is if you can literally account for every single thing that your man does. And I mean on the internet and them cell phones. If you can check his internet history, if you could put if you could put a secret tracking device on his phone, and you know for a fact that man is not doing nothing wrong, then okay, cool. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, and people say, oh, well, if you're looking for something, you're going to find it. But you said your man would never cheat on you. So you could look, because you have a right to look. You have a right to know what somebody is doing in your house. And there are situations where men are so good at it. Like, let me tell you, my husband was good. I wasn't looking for anything, but he was literally working 7 days a week, going to work 7 days a week, calling me, asking me permission. Shantika, is it okay? Do you mind if I work Saturday and Sunday? And guess where the hell he was at? The damn girl house. Supposed to be at work. Supposed to be at work. And he hanging out with her on the weekend. You know, he hanging out with her on the weekend. I was completely oblivious to everything. I had no idea. I told you it was a very quick thing. He went from not getting no phone calls to getting phone calls. And I didn't even pay attention, because in my mind, I wasn't even thinking that, because I live such a busy life with my children and with what I do daily. I was not looking for anything. I found out he was cheating just, well, that was the second time I found out he was cheating, because I caught him talking to the woman on the phone, and I tried to take his phone so that I could read the text messages, because I saw a message say "Good morning, beautiful," and I was just like, "You don't even say that to me. So who this is?" And he almost tried to break my hand to get that phone, and he's never been violent. He's never even raised his voice to me. But when I tried to take his cell phone to see the text messages, he almost broke my hand. He jumped on top of me and almost tried to break my hand to get this cell phone out my goddamn hand so that I wouldn't find out. And I made it, and we had a whole big blow up about that. And I made him take the password, because he had the password thing on his phone with the shapes or whatever. You got to draw or whatever. And I made him take that off. And so his phone was open. And so I caught him primarily by plugging in his phone, because he would fall asleep on the couch, and his phone would be dead, and he would just have a dead phone all day long. And so I was like, well, let me plug it up. And when I plugged it up, it lit up. And since it was already unlocked, he didn't exit out of his text messages. I saw I saw I love you, heart, 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 kissy face, and all this other bullshit. And so I just scrolled down. And y'all don't never delete conversations. And so I just read the whole conversation. He been talking to this lady for God knows how long. I tried to call her on my cell phone, but I was like, nah, she may not answer. So I called her on his phone. Because when I said, oh, so you love her? And he looked, his face, like he was in such shock, like, what the fuck? Like, I said, oh, so you love her? Who you love? And so let's call her and find out who she is. And he was frozen in shockation. He was so shocked that, like, oh shit, she caught me. But I just felt like that was so sloppy, because he know me. I don't check behind nobody. I was not looking for nothing. you know. And so I called the lady and I was not rude to her. Y'all stop being rude to these side pieces. Get the information that you need. And she was an older lady. She was 50 years old. And she was like, ma'am, I'm 50 years old. I don't have time for this foolishness. I did not know that he was married because he had taken his ring off. After the first time, he had been had in the habit of taking his ring off and forgetting to put it back on. And I'm like, where your ring? Oh, my finger's swollen. Really? Your finger swollen? That's the best you could come up with? I hit my finger's swollen, so that's why I got my wedding ring on. Whatever. And I talked to the lady for like 30 minutes. And I pat while I was talking to her, I was taking his clothes out the drawer and throwing it at him. He packed all his clothes in a dirty clothes basket and he had to get the fuck out. That night, I was not playing, you know. And so I didn't divorce Vern primarily for cheating. I'm divorcing him for fucking with my intelligence. You played with my intelligence. You played me for a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only did you cheat, you cheated in the most sloppiest way. And because I was so busy, I did not feel the need to check because it was all out in the open. I was getting ready to apply for him for Amazon. And when they sent the email to be like, okay, y'all need to fill out your I-9, before I even accessed his email, because I had seen the dating sites, you know, when you sign up for a dating site, they send you a bunch of stuff through your email. And he swore to me that it was some spam bullshit, that it was not, because he was a member. And I was just like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that stupid. And so when I opened up his email, it was a whole conversation from this lady in another state. She was asking for $100 for a plane ticket to come from where she was. I forgot. It's in one of my vlogs. She was from another state and she was asking him, and he was just like, I mean, the nastiest shit. Like, I could not. And he was on the couch with my baby on his lap, and I'm reading this. Oh, so how long, like, are you comfortable with unprotected sex? I'm just like, unprotected? Nigga, like, for real? Unprotected sex? In 2021, you're offering somebody to have, and you so scared of child support. Vern could literally rant all day behind how child support is fucked up. But you're offering some random, asking her if it was okay. If you, because I don't, I don't do fellatio. I just don't. Well, if I have to tell you to take a shower, I'm not giving you head. And that was I ain't want to say that, but if I got to tell your ass to take a freaking shower all the time, like, is you gonna bathe today? Like, I'm not doing that shit. And so yeah, he was telling her all type of stuff. Oh, do you do fellatio? Are you good at head? Are you like how long we got to be with each other before we could have a baby together? And I was just like, she was just like 2 months. I was just like, you have children. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This what you're doing? And the only thing that he could say was, I guess you caught me. Like, I don't really know what to say. Like, he's a very simple dude. Like, he's simple. Like, and he's not a talker. Apparently not with me. Because every time he gives me an explanation, it's like a couple words. Like, I guess you caught me. Like, what you want me to say? You know? And I was just like, get out. Get your ass out of here. You're not gonna give me AIDS. Why you gotta say that? I said, do you know this lady? I mean, fresh out the damn hospital, just had a miscarriage, like still in my hospital gown. This bitch blowing up his phone from another state. And I'm like, who is that? Oh, that's the past. That's the past. I said, if it's the past, why she still calling? I can't prevent nobody from calling my phone. I said, well, if you can't, that means you want to be single. If you can't control who calls your cell phone, then that means you want to be single. And that night, I put his ass the hell out, and he's been out ever since. And I have not seen him since September 3rd. That was September 3rd of 2021. I lost my baby. I'm not playing with that. Like, once I get my house, my forever home, I'm gonna buy like a small mini headstone, and I'm gonna give that life a name. And I don't have the remains because the hospital took the remains, and I was like literally on the floor. They were gonna call a psych consult for me because I was so distraught. But the doctor understood, and he's like, "You want to stay?" And I was just like, and I was by myself because COVID, nobody can't come in with you. So, and then he had to turn around and do a pelvic, and I like cried through the whole thing. It was just a lot. That's why I'm divorcing him. Like, fuck counseling. Now he wanted to go to counseling. He didn't want to go before, but now he want to go. I was like, nah, you play with my intelligence. Like, you really did like you cheated on me the sloppiest way. Had I been paying attention, had I not had children, I would have caught him a long time ago. Because one thing about me, I'm very like self-aware. And we had been having issues with him, just like you could tell that he was not really into me anymore because of how you could tell when somebody not into you no more. You don't want to really do nothing for my birthday. You having a hard time getting an erection. You struggling with an erection. It's like, boo, it's okay. It's somebody for me that will get hard. If you can't get it, you can't get it. Are you attracted? I'm attracted to you. If listen, I'm a realist. I'm tired of you too. I'm struggling to have sex with you too. So we can just mutually decide to just separate. Nah, I want my family. I want my family. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I literally searched the scriptures like, what can I do? This man is not doing nothing crazy to me. Like, how can I divorce him? He ain't did nothing. I'm just tired of him. I'm sick of his freaking face. He's sick of my freaking face. I want a divorce, but we have children. Can I get a divorce? And it's like, nah, you can't really get a divorce. I mean, it's like socially unacceptable to get a divorce. And what did your husband do? Nothing. I'm just sick of his ass. Like, is that a is that grounds to divorce somebody because you're tired of them? It should be. White folks do it all the time. Look at Elizabeth Taylor. She got divorced 7 times, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. But when we ain't got that kind of money. So, but anyway, yeah. So I was very clear, and the insulting of my intelligence and playing with my feelings, regardless of me being pregnant or anything, like he still was going strong. It's like once he got a taste of the internet dating life and all this, because he doesn't have social media. He doesn't have social media. If he does, I don't know about it. He's not really computer literate like that. He's kind of like a little, I don't want to say slow, but he's like a simpleton. He's simple. He's a simple guy. That's not an insult. It's just I don't know another way to describe his personality. He's like a really simple person. He lives from day to day. He doesn't look forward or backward. It's just it is what it is. He don't overanalyze. He doesn't understand analyzation. He don't analyze shit. Because it's just it is what it is. And so, he don't have social media. He don't have Instagram. He don't have Facebook. Um, he don't have social media. So it's just like once he signed, all he know how to do is sign up for the dating sites. And so it's like once he got hooked on the dating sites, it's just like all this variety out there, and I can get them to do whatever. Yeah, exactly. Country dumb. No, yeah, no, but I know exactly what you mean. That's what I'm saying. He's a simpleton. He's not like, and so right, and that's what it's saying. He don't even know how to upload a damn picture. That's what I'm saying. He won't. He had a whole Facebook, a fake. When I was pregnant with Valerian, he had a fake Facebook with no picture, with a fake name, and all these women talking about he reading the news. So what you doing on Facebook? I'm reading the news. And I said, well, whose name is that? Oh, everybody know me by that name. No, they don't, because your nickname is Skeeter. Everybody in his whole family call him Skeeter. Nobody don't know this old John Smith, some bullshit name he came up with. He didn't even really get no original name. It was like John Smith or something real generic. Like he put no thought into it. And I was so devastated because I'm like, dude, I'm pregnant. I'm going through all this. Our baby has a problem. Like, what are you doing? So, and that was 2017. And so when I spoke to his dad, he was telling me that he had been going through like dealing with somebody for 3 years. And so I'm just like, okay, I was pregnant and I had caught him on Facebook. So that was like the first indication. And after that, nothing ever happened ever again from what I understand. And I didn't look for anything. I am not a snooper. God. And that's one thing about my personality that I I'm changing. Like, you can't propose marriage to me if I can't have access to your all of your social media, your cell phone, and you have to be worth at least you have to gross at least between a half a million and $1 million for me to even think about it. And we have to have a prenuptial agreement because I just don't want to deal with it. I just want a clean break. But I'm not getting married to no damn body. Like, screw it. I'm not. It's too hard to get out of. And number two, I have nightmares like that stepdaddy killer. I watch too much Lifetime, Jesus. And you hear all these stories. Remember that show off of I forgot that damn channel, For My Man, where the stepdaddy be doing all kind of crazy kids to the kids. And I don't want to go to jail. Like, I don't want to go to jail. I have two little girls, 7 years old and 3 years old. I do not want to live with a man while my kids are small. Number two, and I know this may be a little bit controversial because a lot of people do it, like they involve their children, in their dating life, like their kids meet multiple different types of dudes. That will never happen. My kids will literally think that reverted back to nun like Sister Mary Clarence because they would never be privy to me dating anybody. Nobody's ever going to meet my parents. um I'm just never going to bring anybody around. Like, that's just that's my preference. I prefer to date discreetly because I don't plan on making nobody official in any way, shape, or form because I want to go into the dating world detached. You understand what I'm saying? Because I just my sense of my whole I don't trust nobody. And so in the back of my mind, I'll just always feel like you have somebody on the side, like you have somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never really like part of my heart will never repair. I will never trust anybody like, oh well, we're just exclusive. Are we exclusive? Like, nah. In the back of my mind, I just feel like you're doing something. You know, and people nowadays are not accountable. They're not accountable. Like, ain't nobody trying to show you their phone. Like, I remember when his aunt used to come to our house and do our taxes and stuff like that, and she would be scared to get on my desktop because she was like, you have all of these naked I said, I don't do that. Like, I live my life. I told y'all I'm a straight arrow. I don't take explicit photos. I don't judge nobody that do, but I don't do that. I don't have crazy pictures on my phone. Like, you could take my phone right now and nothing would be there explicit for me because I understand how that shit that gets into the wrong hands could really ruin your life because revenge porn is a thing. Like, these dudes out here, like, you especially you taking pictures with your whole face and everything, you piss them off, they can post your shit all over the internet, and they all do it from all walks of life. They all do it. Get mad and post your naked ass for the whole world to see. Like, nah, I'm not trying to do all that, and I ain't got no good old body to be doing all that shit. That's number three. I ain't got no good old body, and I'm a conservative person. That's just not my thing. Like, I'm not, you know, I've never been the one to just take naked pictures and send it to nobody. Because for what? I don't look good like that yet. But yeah, so my dating life will be very discreet, because I just hate that uncle thing. Oh, this is Uncle so and so. That's Uncle so. Like, why your mama got so many uncles? Like, your mama's a whole. Like, nah. Like, I grew up in the '90s. I had friends that had 7 siblings, and they all had different daddies, and they all called them uncle. And it's like, what the hell? Nah, no. Yeah, I'm just not. Mm-mm. Nah, I just don't want my kids to see me like, oh, my mom had a bunch of boyfriends, and my Viola, Lord Jesus, she is the news, honey. She is Channel 7 news. Soon as she gonna tell it all, honey. She sure gonna tell it all. So I have to be very careful because as demure as Vern presents, I really feel that once he understands or once he is privy to me having a significant other, I feel like he gonna turn and act crazy. I feel that in my spirit because I'm telling you, the silent ones, like you hear it on the news all the time. I just heard today a pregnant woman was literally coming from her baby shower and she was shot in the head and shot in the stomach 7 times. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? So, and you hear all these exes murder suicide. I do not take nobody, I don't underestimate anyone. You know what I'm saying? I don't underestimate anyone. That's the number one reason why my dating life is private. Cause see, he could do what he want. I won't give a damn. I won't give it no energy. The first time he finds out I have a boyfriend, he's gonna act the fool. Because when I was putting him out the house, he had the damn nerve to talk about, oh, don't have no man around my kids. Yeah, that energy. And so I'm not gonna play. I'm not playing them type of games. Cause I don't want to be looking over my shoulder. I don't want to be hiding from nobody. I don't want no kind of heat. I don't have drama in my life. Like I don't have no type of crazy drama. So, I'm not gonna have no dude. I just don't. I won't do it. You know, I won't do it because I'm scared. I'm scared because when he tried to pry the phone out my hand, like he jumped on me, like I had never seen that side of him because he did. And I'm just like, wow, like you would literally jump on me. Yeah, but you wouldn't give me my phone. But yeah, but you gonna break my hand and you know I'm pregnant? You gonna break my hand behind this freaking cell phone? No way. No way. Nah. I'm not dealing with that. I don't want that. I don't want that kind of heat on me. And no. So yeah. But yeah, I'll be looking, child. But one thing that I am gonna do that because I feel like I've done broke enough that once I get to my desired, weight that I want to be at, once I look a certain way, I'm going to start going to like 5-star restaurants in 5-star hotels, like booking like an appointment, like a reservation, like twice a month, maybe like twice a month. Go to like a 5-star restaurant and sit and eat dinner at the damn bar and see who comes and chit chats with me. That's what I'm trying to do because I don't go to clubs. I don't. This online dating is like ghetto, and so and you could get anybody. I want to frequent places where you know men with certain means, where they frequent, so we can get we could do something different. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been doing the same shit over and over again. We need to change the game. Get dressed up real nice, real cute, real sexy, and make a reservation to a nice little 5-star restaurant. Sit at the bar and just chit chat with whoever you could chit chat with. Because these dating sites are not it. They're not it. They're not it. They're really not it. And I'm just like, I'm on, 3 of them. I'm on 3 of them. And because I can't figure out how to delete. Oh, God, I don't know how to fucking delete this damn app. I've been trying to delete my profile. I can't figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll probably call customer service. But like, can you delete this profile? Because this site is freaking ghetto. And so, yeah. I'm gonna start going out to 5-star restaurants because I really, even though internet dating is what it is so much unknownness to it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I feel like I'm about to be 40 in January. I don't feel 40. I don't, 40 used to seem so ancient, but it's not. Like, I feel like I just need to date differently, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like, we're trying to level up a little bit. Like, damn, all this nickel and diamond. And you heard the trend of these men not wanting to pay for first dates. Y'all, that is such a foreign thing. I have never in the history of dating and I've been dating since I was given permission to at the age of 16. I have never went on a date where a man did not pay. I don't, because I'm on TikTok. Y'all better add me on TikTok. I got almost 10,000 followers on TikTok. That's so crazy, right? I'm such a regular person. Cause I be talking shit on there. I be talking shit. I be talking shit on there. And it's a different like demographic of people, and you're kind of like exposed to so many different other people that can relate to your situation. And plus, when you do a lot of stitches too, and then when you interact a lot, people be like, "Oh, what she said." People, especially when you talk shit or whatever, people be like, "Well, let me go to your page and see what you got going on." And so, yeah, but that's where I met Vern at Plenty of Fish. I mean, I've heard people getting killed, meeting men and getting murdered off that damn site. That's one site that I won't. Sorry, I gotta fix myself. My butt hurts. But yeah, that's one site that I would never get on. And he got right back on Plenty of Fish. He was on Plenty of Fish. He was on. I don't forgot. It's in my vlog. I told it all in my vlog. And so, my butt hurts. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna do some different things because I want to have a separate dating life, like a single life that's like a different situation from kids and homework and family life and all that. I want something that's just for me. And so yeah, we're gonna change up a little bit. The dating sites are fun to look at, and I be laughing at these profiles. It's like, come on, like you really trying to get a date talking to people like that? Like, oh my god, some of the stuff these men be saying on these damn profiles. It's like a crackhead wouldn't even give you no head for the shit that you talking about on here. This white guy messaged me and was just all kind of crazy stuff was coming out of his mouth. I was just like, boy, go play with your wife and stop playing with me, okay? And get off my damn messages with that nonsense. Ain't nobody doing that bullshit. And so yeah, because it's a bunch of I live in Miami, so the nightlife is like popping. I ain't trying to go to nobody's club. I would never step foot in the club. I feel like if I go to the club, that shit'll blow up. Like what would I do in the club? Like my feet hurt. I'll be sleepy. Like it's 10:44. I'm sleepy. Like I was one of those people that was at the club like before it like opened. Like they said free before 10, bitch. I was there 8:30. I was at the club at 8:30. They were still getting a liquor delivery when I was there, and shit, 10 o'clock I was gone. I don't like hanging out late. I used to. When I first moved out of my parents' house at 23 and I had my own place, I stayed out till 7 in the morning. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna happen, like the least expected. Like, because I'm not looking for nothing. And I think that's what a lot of women, like a lot of people, I'm not gonna say women, a lot of people in general, like they're constantly looking to replace. They're looking to replace. I'm not looking to replace shit. I was married a long time. And so the vibrator ain't doing it for me. It just ain't. Like I bought a vibrator. And it sucked. It was horrible. It was $30. I want my money back. It was terrible. Vibrators are not for me. They're not for me. They're not for me. I honestly, and you know what? Should I tell y'all this? I should tell y'all this. Nah, I'm not gonna tell y'all. Y'all gonna think something wrong with me. I don't know what it is. I'm bi-curious. I'll just say that. I'm bi-curious. And what's so weird? Like I think, who I think is really attractive? butch women, like butch, like the women that look like men, like present as men, not transgender. I'm talking about the really like the butch lesbians. Oh my gosh, some of them you can't even tell. You can't tell. It's just like, and I've always been like on the fence, like if I really, really, if I was friends with a lesbian, like a really, really masculine lesbian woman, baby, I'd be lesbian because I don't like intercourse. I don't care for intercourse. I just don't. I don't like intercourse at all. You know, I don't care for intercourse. And so I was just like, because I even told Vern, because I enjoy oral sex so much, receiving. He was just like, I feel like you would be you would be great with a woman. I was just like, you know what? I will be a great lesbian. Like I would, because I don't like intercourse. It hurts. That's why I'm not like I don't like intercourse. I don't. It just feels like a pole is just like stabbing you, you know. And I don't have. I've never had an orgasm with intercourse. So, well, what are we doing that for? What are we doing it for? What are we doing it for? I don't know, you know. But yeah, like I stare at butch women like, dang, what's going on? Like butch women, like I like butch women, but it would, and you know what's so crazy about it? Like it would be such a selfish relationship because I wouldn't touch them. I'm a fucked up lesbian. I wouldn't touch them. Not in. I don't want to touch your breasts. I don't want to touch your body. I ain't giving your head. That's a not doing it. But you can do whatever you want to me. I'll take it. I won't touch you. So I guess I ain't a real lesbian. I'm screwed up, y'all. I'm so screwed up. But yeah, cause I be watching they be having like videos and stuff explaining like the LGBT stuff because I don't, it's so many different facets to lesbianism. It's all confusing. I be like, huh? They got the touch me not, they got the this, they got the that, and I'm just like, huh? But yeah, because I've seen a lot of women who are married to really, really butch. I'm not I'm not a lesbian. Calm down. I'm just having a honest conversation. Like I look at butch women, they look good. Some of them do look like men. They do. They look like men. But yeah, I want a man. Like I couldn't deal with a woman because a woman is still a woman, and we would bump heads, at some point. We would bump heads, and so no, 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 no. I just feel like I feel like I'd be going down a rabbit hole, and it'd be nah. I like men more than I would ever like a woman, and I don't like women in that way. Like I said, like it would be purely a one-sided relationship because I wouldn't touch it because I ain't into. I got enough boobs. Or what I need to touch your boobs so I can touch my damn own, And I don't give oral sex. I just don't. I'm not into it. It's just I'm not into that. And so it'd be a completely one-sided relationship, very selfish. That's just me. Yeah, not doing it. So yeah, I need to go find me a nice chocolate man, honey. It would be really, really shocking if I found a white guy that I could click with, but it would have to be something that happened over time. Like at first glance at white men does nothing for me. Like it would have to be like a friendship thing. Like we would be cool and we would flirt and then it would just happen naturally, you know. Oh, congratulations on your pregnancy. But yeah. So yeah, I'm just looking for something that could just happen naturally, like we could talk over time because I'm not into just like meeting people. Like I spoke to Vern on the phone for almost a month before I met him, you know. You're right, exactly. I don't want to touch you either. Like I don't want to touch nobody, you know. Like I spoke to him on the phone for almost a month before I met him in person, and then I met him at Kmart parking lot. Like I wouldn't even go nowhere with him. And then we went to a restaurant. We was like, let's just go to this little restaurant around the corner. And so yeah, like I was saying, like they got this. Y'all better get on TikTok. Like these men are out of control. They had one trend where they were like, uh I don't know, like they didn't want to pay for a date. Like they were asking the girl, when they get the bill, are we having sex tonight? And if she say yes, then he'll pay the bill. And if she say no, he'll split it. And I'm just like, where do they do that? I'm from a completely different time. Like I've never been on a date, even when a man that did not like me, because I went on a date with a guy that told me to my face, and it was like, I don't even know how I met him. I don't even remember how I met him, but he told me like literally to my face that I would be perfect for him had I been a few shades lighter. That's what he told me. And he paid for the date. Yeah, studs. See, I told y'all I don't know the terminology. And it's not to be disrespectful to anybody that is a stud, you know. And so yeah, I've never experienced a man that did not want to pay for a date. So it's so weird that these women are like these young women are going out with guys that refuse to pay for the date. Like what? Yeah, like literally, like if a man did that to me, like I would literally bow out gracefully. Like I have a very strong cutoff spirit. Like my cutoff game is tight. Like if you were rude to me in any way, shape, or form, like I would just delete and block you. Like I just, and I'm worse now seeing, with the situation with me being married and all that shit that happened to me. Like my cutoff game is mad tight. Like especially now, like I have no time for foolishness because I feel like once you get to 40, there's certain games that you should just put up on the shelf or pass them along to somebody 21. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just ridiculous. Like it's time out for that nonsense. And so and plus, you know, I plan on, and I know I said in my last vlog that, part of me felt cheated because I was pregnant and I wanted to try again because, a lot of times after a miscarriage, you know, the next baby will make it because a lot of times miscarriages, are are because of some kind of, genetic malfunction that causes the baby not to develop, or there's something going on where the baby just doesn't survive. And so it's not necessarily anybody's fault. The stress did not help it. But I really, even in the midst of all of this chaos and this shit, I was like, I was riding home from the house, like, I want to try again. Like, I feel a great sense of loss, and so I've been looking into IUIs, but then I have to understand that, pregnancy is a nightmare for me. I am sick from the time I pee on the stick until after I push. And so it's a very difficult thing. And with me being a single woman and a single mother, I don't want to take away from my older two children by having to deal with a pregnancy, and me being so sick would really, because Viola literally was doing what the hell she wanted to do, when I was pregnant with Valerian, because I was so sick. I just could not function half the time. And so she was watching movies. I was just giving her, stuff to, you know, let her go in her room, and she would play by herself, and she was doing her own thing because I could not function because I was so incredibly ill. And so I've definitely considered adopting from foster care, and so that's a very strong possibility for the year of our Lord 2022, late 2022, once I get my home, once I get settled, once I start my business and I get settled into that, I'm going to start the process on adopting from foster care. And so a baby boy, I want two boys, and then we will be done with children. And so, yeah, that's something that I want to do, which is why I don't want to get married or be in a long term relationship, because the decisions that I make are for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a relationship with anybody that I have to consult. Like this is my life. Like I live my dating life is completely separate. I don't want to have to ask nobody, oh, can I? Because that was a big issue because I had trouble conceiving for years, and Vern was completely against adoption because he was just like, I don't want somebody else's problem. And I was just like, that's a really horrible way to look at it. And so, yeah, I'm going to definitely do that. Drs, yeah, that's something that I really wanted to do. And so that's something that I will look into. And yeah, that's so as soon as I get my home and I get my business set up, I'm gonna definitely start the process in, adopting from foster care. And then being a foster mother, like once my kids are grown, I will be fostering children. My preferred age is 3 and under, and that's it. And so, yeah, that's something that I wanted to do. I didn't talk about it in my blog, but yeah, that's something that I'm eventually going to do because I love children so much. I really do. And I take care. One thing about me is that I take care of kids really well. Like my kids could say, oh, mommy is strict. But one thing they could say is that I love on them so much. Like I really run myself into the ground to make sure that they're happy. They go to the park every single day after school, whether I have to go to work that night or not. We go to the park, even if it's for an hour and a half, they go to the park every single day because even though they've been at school all day, I feel like they need that free interaction of the sun, and we live in Florida. So, they take advantage of the sun and the friends and the having fun. And they also sleep, they go to bed without any problems when they have so much interaction and they're going out and they're playing and stuff like that. They go to bed without any problem because they tired. Because even my 3-year-old be like, mommy, I'm tired, I'm ready for bed. I don't have to fight with them anymore to go to sleep. So yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for joining my live. Thank you for joining my live, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's 11 o'clock, and I need to head on to bed. I've been ready to go to bed, but I'm gonna start doing more of these than the vlogging because the vlogging is so much, you know, the editing and the this and the that, and it takes literally hours to upload. So, and plus, I like you guys interacting because y'all don't leave comments. A lot of y'all don't leave comments, which I understand. And so this is more interactive, and I enjoy interacting with you guys and being free and, sharing my thoughts and everything. So I'm going to say good night, and I will see you guys next time, and God bless you. And I want to say a sincere thank you to whoever sent me any type of Zelle donation, whether it's $10 or $20. If you sent me something, a monetary gift, I really want to sincerely say thank you. Thank you for helping out. I really appreciate it. You really didn't have to, but I'm glad you did. And I'm doing the best I can, and we getting ready to we looking for a little side job to do, something remote that I can do from home during the day while the kids are in school, so I can make some extra money until we get because there is no guarantee that I'm going to get child support. There's no guarantee, you know. So I will see you guys next time. Good night. Bye, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Nighty night. Behave, be good. I don't want to see none of y'all on the news. Bye.